All right, sorry. I'm back. I ran out of space on my thing. I figured since I'm doing updates about what's going on in my life now, I brought in my kitty cat. His name is Raja. I've had him since Colorado, and he's a male cat around 2.5, 3 years now. So he's a really good friend to have in my solitary life. Yeah, he's a good cat. Anyways, I was updating about what has been going on for Mister Me, Blue Mac 81. Which I've been thinking about changing my profile name to something else, something like Introvert Leopard or something like that. Haven't decided yet, so I'm just gonna leave it as is now. Anyway, this is what's been happening over the past 8 years since the last I posted. Um, so 8 years ago, last I posted, I believe I was in Colorado. I was in Denver, living at the house that I bought, and I was living there. And let me change it. And let me put the old kitty cat up. Pardon me. There. All right. Yeah, I was living at the house in Colorado, and I was on disability. I was actually on disability for quite a while, for like PTSD type stuff, for about 10 years. Um, Eight? It was more like 8 years. But in Colorado, I moved from Portland, Oregon, working at Intel in 2007 to Colorado, Denver, to be kind of like near family. My sister lived out there at the time. Both of them lived out there, and I actually was in Denver to start, and then moved to Colorado Springs, and then went back to Denver to get the house, and that was the last time I posted. And then I went to Colorado Springs again because my disability got cut, and I had to like get a cheaper place. Um, after the after the whole disability thing, I started applying to jobs a lot, and I applied to jobs at Intel as well, where I had worked previously, and they finally got back to me and were like, "Hey, we want you back," and I was like, "Okay." So last year, 2009 or 2020, actually 2019, the year before last, in 2019 August, I got hired on at Intel here in uh, Portland, Oregon, or Hillsboro, Oregon, whatever you want to say. And so far, it's been great. I've been, it's been a little while since I got here, obviously, because of the COVID situation, and Portland happens to be a very liberal state. So you know how the whole lockdown stuff is, the mask stuff. I can talk about that later. I don't think that's necessary for masking and closing down places. But that's just me. Anyways, what else is what else did I say? And I'll try to, by the way, I'll try to improve my vlogging videos. I know I'm shaking a little bit and stuff. I haven't done it in a long time, so I'll remember as I go. So I moved back here, and now I've been living in an apartment, working at the old Intel factory on night shift. I worked Wednesday through Sunday, 7:30 to 8 a.m. And it's been good. It's been good. The night shift is kind of rough though, in terms of like every week. If you want to have a life, or you want to like be up during the daytime, you have to kind of swap your sleep schedule. But I found some creative ways to deal with that. It is kind of rough on the body though, just because you have to mess with your sleep schedule a lot, bringing it back and forth. So I do take stuff like Seroquel, sometimes melatonin, and I have been dealing with Restless Leg Syndrome, which is something that has started up over the past 3, 4 years, and it is rough. I don't know if anybody else has that in this YouTube channel, but it's very, very difficult to sleep when your legs are having a seizure. Pretty much, it's rough. It's rough. But they're giving me like levodopa or carbidopa. That stuff that they give people with Parkinson's for that. But for the most part, I am. Oh, I guess I should mention as well. I have been in one relationship since I last, probably just over the last 8 years. Been in one relationship uh, with a woman named Jessica who lives in Alabama, and learned a lot of things about myself during that relationship, and I enjoyed, spending time with her, and I took 3 trips out there to see her, and we had a lot of good times, and it was mostly the fact that we were so far apart that we couldn't remain together. I mean, I live in Oregon, she lives in Alabama, but there are also some other issues. And regardless, it was just too much going against us in that relationship. So that ended back in a couple of months ago, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I don't know. Time flies these days, especially when you work nights. It just goes by so fast. So that is what is happening in my life, and right now I'm kind of exploring the musical world. Let me give you a quick tour of the apartment, matter of fact, because I'm here. It's not really the cleanest it could be, but let me turn it around. So, this is the apartment. It's better to see it from like the entrance. So yeah, I got my whole setup. I'm sure most single guys have that set up. There's just a couple of TV screens and a couch. And, there's like a patio. There's the outside, and there's Raja down there, chilling. And I got those tulips the other day from the Tulip Festival down in, it was about 30 miles away, down there in the middle of Oregon, Central Oregon. So there's the apartments and such. And there's my... See, I got a lot of instruments and stuff I'm working on now. Electric guitar, keyboard, MIDI keyboard. Also got a drum set here. I'm trying to make my own music, It's a lot more complicated than you might think. And then you got here the Just Dance. I just recently got that set up, the whole Wii stuff. It's a great way to exercise when you're at home a lot, Especially since COVID, every time. And here's the bedroom, just regular old bedroom. And my crazy kitchen that I need to clean really bad. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I also got a degree since we last talked on YouTube. Associates in General Studies. And right now I'm working on bachelor's in computer science. Although I'm not doing it like too hard, considering I'm working full time. Right now I'm actually taking a game programming class. So I'm sure you guys all know I love me some video games. I've always loved them since I was a little kid. And to make them, that would be really awesome. So I'm working on, we have a good instructor from Portland Community College, and we're working with the Unreal Engine to make some video games. It's really neat stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys have any particular questions, let me know. But I'm back, baby. I'm back, and I'm here to stay. And I'll do some music videos later, like electric guitar, acoustic, stuff like that. And yeah, I hope to chat with you guys some more later. Be well, stay well, God bless, and Talk to you later. Bye.